We all know the quiet, lingering frustration of misplacing the objects that anchor our daily routines. You set down your keys, you turn around, and they are gone. You leave a wallet on a counter, and it vanishes into the background noise of your house. For Omar Örn Magnusson, an Icelandic IT expert, misplacing things is a consistent feature of his physical reality. He regularly loses track of ordinary items, but the scale often goes much further. For the last 2 years, he has left a camper van sitting outside his apartment, slowly gathering rust while he tries to remember to do something about it. He even loses track of his own career benchmarks. Early in his career, Omar set a goal to earn 1 million krona salary. He worked toward that number for years, finally hit the target, and announced it to his colleague, Atli. Atli paused and calmly replied that he was already making 3 million. It is easy to laugh at the rusty camper van or the mismatched salary expectations. But these missing objects and overlooked details point to a highly distracted, chaotic pattern of living. That chaos eventually moved from the material world directly into his physical body. Omar stopped losing his keys and started losing pieces of himself. A severely depleted supply of vitamin B12 in his system went entirely unnoticed. Without enough B12, the cellular structure in his gums began to break down. By the time anyone realized where to look, the damage was done, resulting in the permanent loss of his teeth. Then came his hearing. Omar was diagnosed with otosclerosis. Otosclerosis is a genetic condition where a small bone in the middle ear fuses in place, preventing sound from traveling properly. It caused a 50 decibel drop in his hearing. After trying and failing with 3 different pairs of hearing aids, he struggled to find a medical solution that actually worked. But the most devastating loss was his father, Magnus. Magnus was a legendary sea captain operating out of the Icelandic fishing town of Vestmannaeyjar. In 2020, at the age of 63, Magnus passed away following a brutal decline from Alzheimer's disease. The man who had navigated the ocean for decades lost his own memory. This creates a specific set of stakes. If you are a man genetically predisposed to losing your hearing, your physical health, and potentially your mind, you need a reliable way to protect the story of your life before it disappears. Omar's chaotic physical existence sits in sharp contrast to the men who came before him. His immediate ancestors possessed highly disciplined spatial awareness and navigational skills. His grandfather, Gudmundur, survived by reading the unpredictable weather and the currents of the sea. His father mastered the complex mechanical reality of heavy fishing vessels, carefully guiding ships like the Berge through freezing waters. The tools changed, but the goal remained the same. While his father used a steering wheel and toggles to find his way, Omar began using code to navigate the massive flows of data that define his own career. He built a system to navigate his own fading memory. He called it Bótólfsins, the Book of Life. It is a bespoke, voice-activated AI memory anchor designed specifically for his life. Writing the code for this system became a generational survival mechanism. If Alzheimer's or distraction eventually takes his memory, the code will retain the information his brain cannot hold. The user experience is simple. Omar dials a dedicated phone number from his mobile. The AI answers in Icelandic, ready to listen as he dictates his fragmented thoughts, daily frustrations, and old memories. This flow graphic shows exactly how the back-end architecture handles those calls. The AI transcribes the raw audio, extracts the core memories, and identifies specific people. It then formats everything into JSON. JSON, or JavaScript Object Notation, is a lightweight text format used to neatly store and transport data across different systems. The system also analyzes the text to tag the emotional tone of the memory. It categorizes each node with states like objective, lonely, or calm, ensuring the feeling of the moment is preserved alongside the raw facts. The true test of the system came from Massachusetts. Omar's friend Tony dialed the AI's international number from across the Atlantic. He told the machine the story of the day he met Omar on a ferry, a day Tony was miserable, dehydrated, and planning to fly home, right up until Omar sat down and started speaking Icelandic to him. The system captured Tony's exact words, his voice, and the emotion of that brief encounter, locking a messy, fleeting human connection into a permanent, searchable database. This animated web maps the current scale of Omar's database. It holds 1,627 individual stories. It tracks 220 different people. It even monitors 142 precise health measurements, creating a massive, interconnected map of a single human life. It has not solved the underlying health issues or moved the rusty camper van from his lawn, but having a searchable backup of his own identity provides a tangible defense against the fear of forgetting. Now, Omar is expanding the project. He is building a public platform called mystory.myx.is, allowing anyone to build their own personalized, voice-activated book of life. He connects this expansion directly to the psychological concept of generativity. Generativity is the desire to use your skills to build something that outlasts you, actively fighting against the stagnation of midlife. It is an inevitable human reality that we will misplace our keys, we will neglect our cars, and eventually we will run out of time. We cannot stop physical decay, but modern technology finally provides the tools to organize the scattered data points of our lives into a readable, coherent structure. Were the system like this, the people and moments that defined your life aren't just memories, they are accessible data, waiting for the next person